All right, so this was sent to me by some friends. Said, your guy, your uncle, Larry Elder, appeared on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God, and it seemed like it was a good conversation. And they said that it's a question that gets asked in here apparently that he seems to be walking around on and tiptoeing around on. So let's see what this is about, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be pausing it in here or not, but we shall see. Okay.
That's a question. What do
Okay, so yeah, that's a few things that I want to address. It did seem like Larry was kind of tiptoeing there. Larry, you knew Uncle Larry, you knew what she was asking. You knew what she was asking, but in a way, because you used to these debates, I think that what was going on is that you was trying to collect some thoughts on that about how can you reproach what she was saying. Anyway, I want to address a few things here myself, and this thing right here in the beginning.
white people do wrong?
Right here. Now, if Charlamagne was asking this question just for the sake of asking it, you said, what do white people do wrong? I'll say, well, white people do the same exact thing that a lot of black people do wrong. They do the same stuff. They rob, they murder, they kill, they do a lot of crazy stuff as well. But again, a lot of great lessons can be learned from what you get at home. And I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute.
If there's systemic racism in this country, which we know it is.
No, there used to be, obvious in America.
Oh man, there's so many.
Just give me the
probably maybe mass incarceration.
Now, what I was gonna tell you all that for is this. See, it's this trick that your kids would play on you if you are disciplinarian like I am. When Larry Elder said, I'm not concerned about what white people do, I'm concerned about what we're doing. I thought the whole purpose of all this was us supposed to be coming together as a community. How are we going to come together as a community if we don't call out what is wrong with the community? How are we going to fix something that you guys want to remain broken? It doesn't make any sense. So what I'm saying that for is that whenever my sons were getting ready to get a spanking, yes, I spanked my children, sue me. Whenever I got ready to spank my children, they always try to deflect. Well, they was throwing rocks too, and daddy, they was, nah, we're talking about you. I'm not talking about what your friends were doing down the street. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm talking about what you are supposed to be doing. Nice try, it's not gonna work, I'm getting you. This is what I'm talking about. We always try to look for some escape way out. We always try to deflect. We always try to pin it on somebody else. And I get it. It's the same game that's been playing from the beginning of the time. Adam and Eve. Put the blame on somebody else. Adam, it's the wife you gave me. Eve, it's the serpent. No, but nobody wants to take accountability for what they did. And that's what I made sure my sons did. It did not matter. Whenever they did something wrong and I got ready to get that butt, when they try to say, daddy, but I don't care. I'm going to let you say all that stuff. I'm still getting you. Because the point of it is you broke the rule that I have in place. You broke something. Notice I said broke the rule. Therefore, this is how it's going to be fixed. So you don't, break it again. But what we got going on right now, folks don't want it to be fixed. You want to complain about how broken it is, but you don't want it to be fixed. So when you get a verbal spanking from people such as myself, you get pissed off. I want to say, well, you just, I get it. You don't want to be fixed. You don't want discipline. You don't want structure. It's pretty much what you're saying. We do want it. No, you don't, because your actions is showing otherwise. You bugging up against me and acting like I'm just coming against the black people shows otherwise. Now, let me make this clear. The after school programs and my mentees, it's like half and half. Half of them are black. The other half is a mixture of white and Hispanic, et cetera, et cetera. My point is they will all tell you I do them all the same. I do not care, because I'm talking about the behaviors, the attitudes of what we don't want. That's what we're talking about here. Now, let's hit on this mass incarceration thing right here.
Maybe.
Really? During the Great Depression, when 50% of black adults were unemployed, you didn't have this kind of mass incarceration.
Now, Charlamagne said he agreed with him with it being home. So when we talk about the thing with Ty, what about the mass incarceration? What about the messy? Again, why is there mass incarceration? Why are you even in jail? Oh, it's because a behavior, an attitude, a crime committed? Is it because those things weren't checked at an early age by a father? Huh? Is that what it is? See what I'm saying? Y'all, you good for so many black people are in jail. Well, who did the crimes? Oh, well, they get way more years. It does not matter. You should not be doing it anyway. That's what I'm talking about. See, again, important lesson learned from home. I don't care what my sons try to tell me to get out of it. You don't get to tell me, well, Dad, how come when he did it, you whooped him and then he couldn't have nothing electronic for a month, and then when I did it, it don't matter. You shouldn't have did it anyway, so it don't matter if I whooped you harder or whooped you longer and then you had a longer punishment. It does not matter. You shouldn't be doing. Focus on the fact that you shouldn't have been doing it. You shouldn't have broke the rule. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have been disobedient. You shouldn't have been unlawful. That's crazy to me. So I don't buy this BS.
It's the breakdown of the family. There's
I'm not going to argue with that.
So
part,
through all this,
you know,
you
but I
guys
just
all
feel
saw
like
throughout this different things
everything
that were
going
brought
on in the
up.
black community. For example, look at these smash and grabs that are cops catching. Maybe that has struggles in America,
He's just throwing out some good points.
or
Y'all
New
saw it.
York,
Go back and
Chicago,
watch it
LA.
again.
The
What I
female.
want to do is this part
I'm a
right
maid.
here.
Again, we have no problem.
Post which is
Now, right there, where she said, who's in charge of the system? If you want to be technically right about this, we the people were. We the people are. Want to know how? You vote them in. So technically, you are in charge of the very system that's destroying you. So now, you can sit there and say, and I would have just said, who's in charge of the system? Now, that's what I'm saying. Let me break it down for you. The face that's selling this to you is white. But the ones who are actually voting and saying, yeah, give us that, they're black. They're Democratic. And he's right on that. That's what I'm saying. I would have just flat out told her just like that. That's it. When Jesus was betrayed, they said, do y'all want this person? Do y'all want us to release Jesus? They say, give us him. Give us the murderer. Now, who's in charge of that system? They gave the people what they wanted. That's why Lyndon B. Johnson said he would have you voting for Democrat. He would have you black Negroes voting Democratic for the next 200 years. That's why. Now, Larry Elder said he didn't mean it to come out like that. That can be arguable. I look at it and I see the intentions behind it, and I'm like, kind of did. And it's being encouraged heavily today. It's being so encouraged. You can go on these internet streets right now and find black women all day long on here. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I got my own bag. I got this. I got that. I don't need. Yet at the same time, you seeing what's happening to their children. You seeing what's happening to the offspring. So yes, in this case right here, I would have answered her just like that. The face, the skin that's behind it is white. But the ones who are actually voting that type of ideology, the ones who are voting those policies in place are black. Oh, I'll raise you another one. What's going on in my home place, Chicago? What color? What color? The system that's destroying blacks up there constantly still right now. What color is that mayor up there? I'll wait. Huh? What color was the mayor before him? Huh? Black, right? Same exact system, different skin color. Just because there is representation does not mean there's going to be righteousness pushed forward. Period. I don't care who it is. Now what you going to say? Because Brandon Johnson up there in Chicago, a black man, is still pushing forth the same exact thing that black people felt were destroying him. But who voted for him? Rest my case. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.